Hey folks, welcome back. Since my last video was pretty well received, where I was just recording myself as I was working, I thought I'd do the same thing, but demonstrate how I create a cityscape. So there are videos in my channel that discuss these techniques in greater detail, but to summarize, I use a grid to establish a set of squares in a row and put them in perspective using the perspective tool. And here I'm using a plastic ruler on my Cintiq to draw these diagonal lines. I'm essentially cutting, or connecting rather, corners from the top to the corners of the bottom of each of these shapes. I recommend drawing the front-facing face first, so that way you don't have to worry about overlap. I've got a library of assets that I've created for various buildings, facades like windows and so forth. And here I'm using the transform skew. And sometimes I'll use the transform distort tool to adjust the shape of the windows. I recommend having a library of these assets that you can reuse. I've got about a total of maybe 5 or 6 such facade assets, and that just gives your environment a little bit more variety. I always create more rows than I need. I can always convert the library item into a raster image, and then I can erase. I recommend looking at references or what's actually on the street level for these buildings. Usually you'll find entranceways, you'll find windows, there might be stores or other establishments that are at the bottom floor. I'm merging all of the layers, adding fills. And here I'm using my duplicate and transform to create a different layout for this building, something that's akin to more of a glass facing front. So to keep things somewhat organic, I mix and match. I'll use certain pre-built libraries that I've already drawn, and then I'll add my own spin. This just kind of keeps it looking a little bit more fresh. The transform tool is your friend. Also, having a plastic ruler for those diagonal lines is really handy. I've used digital tools. In fact, I've even talked about digital tools for making diagonal lines, but honestly, it's so much faster to use a plastic ruler. So here's where I'm using the distort. And I'm adding a few little bricks and other things. Here I'm doing a little bit of cleanup with the poly lasso tool. I'm filling white behind the buildings. Now I'm creating a sidewalk here. I'm just essentially creating almost like a grid using the perspective tool and then scaling and adjusting it so that it fits. I'm getting rid of the parts of the sidewalk where we see an alleyway, making those connections. We've got sidewalks that go around the bend. Now I'm drawing a street. Putting some fence posts, or not fence posts, but lamps, provides a sense of scale for the environment. And here I'm just drawing a small vehicle, again, to get a sense of scale. I think if you're going to show a street in a city, you got to have some vehicles. I didn't make more than one, but the idea is that I'm using the perspective established with the buildings to go ahead and create the vehicle. Now I'm going to create some depth. So basically what I'm doing is I'm repeating the process, except this time I'm just using the straight view, and I'm creating two buildings kind of like in the front view. And just to make things easier, I've hidden the other layers. So once again, making use of the facade, my library shapes, merging those layers together. Then I have to move those layers underneath because they're behind. And here I'm just using the perspective tool, duplicating the layer, shrinking it down, and then again using my plastic ruler to make connections. I talk about this technique in a lot of my videos, so if you're curious to know how I did it, if this is your first time watching this channel, there's, I think, a lot of good content that can help you out. And the last step here is just basically just turning everything into black. Why not work with black in the beginning? I don't know, just like working with red. And there you go. And you can see some examples of how I've applied this technique to some of my own illustration work. So if you found value in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up so that more folks can find it. This channel is all about helping intermediate artists get better at their craft using digital techniques. So thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.